Hello, how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Got some physical media pickups. Like I said before, I do the monthly big haul additions to the collection where I show everything, but I just thought I'd do a few little mini videos in between because I know a lot of people enjoy these things and I enjoy watching them too. So I had a couple of editions from Vinegar Syndrome directly from them. I bought around the same time as they were doing the Valentine's Day sale, so they took a little while to get here. I haven't watched both of them yet. I have watched one of them. I will show that shortly. I got Scream Factory, got some Arrow stuff. Yeah, so quick video. Let's crack on a little bit and get to it. And we'll talk about, and keep buying physical media, man. Keep collecting, keep blind buying. Physical media are all good. I mean, streaming's fine, but physical media are far more superior. And blind buy, man, because when you blind buy, it makes you an awesome collector. So the first pickup I got was one I have seen before. I've had it on DVD. I picked up the Scream Factory Collector's Edition of Silent Hill, based on the video game from the PS1 days. I think there's a remaster of Silent Hill 2 out now as well. I'll have to pick that up for the PS5. Could be a lot of fun. But yeah, from what I can remember, I weren't overly keen. I just saw this at a really good price and thought, yeah, I'll try it again and I'll get the Scream Factory Collector's Edition and give it a go. See if that enhances the viewing experience, you know, with like decent special features and extras. But from what I can remember, it's got good imagery. It just, at the time when I watched it, I felt like I was watching somebody play a video game. It's very kind of this thing, that thing, all rotating like a revolving door very quickly, and I just felt like the film never got time to kind of like marinate a little bit and settle. It just seems like watching somebody play a video game, but I'm willing to give it a go again. Lovely edition, by the way. Obviously it's Region A with it being a Scream Factory. It's got the disc 1 feature film and disc 2 the special features. So there you have it, Silent Hill. Great cover. Shame the slip isn't still about. Got to get them slip covers when you're a serious collector. Oh, slip cover is very important. So I picked up some Arrow video stuff as well. Shown this one yesterday. Got Dressed to Kill on 4K. Haven't watched the 4K yet. Phenomenal film. Really good giallo slasher, you know, murder film. Michael Caine, great performance from him in here. There's a look at the lovely artwork underneath. I did show this one yesterday, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'll perhaps do some form of review either on the website or myself, you know, eventually. If anybody cares for that, you know what I mean. I don't assume everybody wants to hear my opinions. I'm grateful for the views I get and stuff, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, I got Dressed to Kill on 4K. So yeah, limited edition. I think the slipcover's limited in the booklet inside. I assume eventually they'll have a standard with like that, which will be a lovely edition. Like, don't get me wrong, you don't always have to go crazy and get the limited editions or whatnot. You can, like, you know, play it cool a bit, wait for sales, pick up some stuff at bargain prices. Nothing wrong with that. I do it too. It's just sometimes I just have to grab the limited stuff because I get serious FOMO. Like, I shouldn't, and I know I should like apply more like perhaps restraint to my collecting, and I try, and I am doing well in some aspects, but like with Dressed to Kill, I was going to leave it and just get the standard 4K. I couldn't resist getting the limited though. Couple to actually open, so these are still sealed. One of them is an upgrade and one of them is just a blind buy, because like I said, blind buying, man, you know you're collecting awesomely when you blind buy. So I picked up this one, and I kind of slept on it. Like, when it got announced, I assume it's a recent release from the last couple of weeks. I didn't pay much mind to it, as I don't with a lot of things. But when I actually looked, and I thought, well, what have Arrow released lately then that I haven't seen or picked up? And I saw this from director Abel Ferreira, who did, what's he done? Driller Killer, another few films. King of New York with Christopher Walken. And funnily enough, this Abel Ferreira film actually stars Christopher Walken, and that is The Addiction. Apparently it's some sort of vampire tale. Sounds very interesting. Sounds like a kind of straight to the point linear movie. I mean, the runtime's only 82 minutes, but yeah, I thought I'd give this a go. Blind buy. Got Christopher Walken in it. Abel Ferreira's The Addiction. Some form of like, sort of like vampire movie from the mid-90s. Yeah, it looks super interesting in my opinion. There's a look at the slip. That's the back. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Might even have it on later. So you got your lovely Amaray case there. Same on the back as the slip cover. One disc. I believe it comes with a booklet. Yeah, you do get a booklet there. Nice booklet. There's a disc art. I'll give you guys a little, I'll show you guys the booklet actually, because I'm quite intrigued to flick through it and see what the movie's actually all about, because it's a complete blind buy. You know what I'm like if you watch this channel. I'm all for blind buying. I wouldn't always encourage other people to, because they might not be happy with the results, but more than often, I'm very pleased with blind buying. So, here's some pictures in the book. Sorry, I should have done POV really, so you can actually see stuff like properly. But it's a black and white feature as well, filmed in black and white. I think it's from, I'll check the year in a sec, guys. I think it's about 1995 or something. There's another good film from the early 90s. That's a black and white vampire film called Night Owl, and Vinegar Syndrome released it. I quite enjoyed that one. I reckon this will be better though, because it's got a good director in like Abel Ferrara. It's got Christopher Walken in it, who's always a show stealer in my opinion. He's great. Even when he does like minute roles or very smaller roles, he's a show stealer. He's a really good actor. Especially in that The Prophecy film, he was great in that as the villain. There's the booklet anyway. Image on the back. I assume there'll be some reversible art too, so let's check that out. Yeah, there is some reversible artwork. I'll show you guys. That's the reversible artwork, so as you can see there. Not as interesting as the newly commissioned, really. I mean, it's all right. Similar kind of thing, like black with, you know, some pictures of people, characters. Okay, so just get this back in, guys, and I'll show you the next Arrow I picked up. Yeah, Arrow doing some great stuff this year. Yesterday, obviously, it got leaked a few days prior, but they did the official announcement yesterday, and in like the UK, US and Canada, they're releasing Jason Goes to Hell, Friday the 13th Part 9, and Part 10, which is Jason X, which I have a soft spot for. Like, don't get me wrong, those two are probably the two worst films in the franchise, in my opinion. Somewhat. I think I prefer Jason X to Freddy vs. Jason just slightly, but I really like Jason X. Jason Goes to Hell, I can take or leave. It has some good, like, kills for a slasher movie, but the narrative's a little bit chaotic for me. It's just, I'm not that keen on the whole Jason body hopping thing, but it's a fun enough film. And being a fan of the franchise and a huge Jason fan, I've even got my Friday the 13th Camping for Beginners t-shirt on. But yeah, being a huge fan of Friday the 13th, I just had to pick those up. I did pick up the remake. They only released that in the US last year. Shame we didn't get a copy of that, but they did the remake with the same cover style, and the new announcements from Arrow of Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. The covers just look phenomenal, and I'm sure there'll be a great upgrade too, because the remake looked really good in 4K. I do have that Scream Factory box set over there. I'll put my finger on it, it's there, and I'm always keeping that, the Blu-ray set, but I do want to kind of upgrade the movies to 4K when possible, and if Arrow are going to put them out, for me, I'll flock to it. It's a no-brainer for me. But yeah, some interesting stuff coming out from Arrow. Got Deep Blue Sea in a few weeks. Can't wait for that one. The Man with No Name films with Clint Eastwood in. The Dollars trilogies all being released individually. Great. Some interesting stuff coming from Arrow. But anyway, that's The Addiction there. I'll just put the slip back on it. One more Arrow and a couple more, and we'll call this video a wrap. So I upgraded Alice, Sweet Alice. I did have the 88 Film Slasher Classics collection. I'm really eager to watch this movie again. What I can remember, it's a really good kind of like, another one that's kind of a giallo, about this young girl called Alice. People think she's weird and odd and possibly even a murderer as the story progresses. She's got a younger sister. She lives in an apartment with her family. There's a weird guy downstairs who's the landlord. They're his tenants. He's a little bit odd. Huge guy. He's really big. And there's some funny scenes with him in it. And yeah, can't remember too much about it because I did watch it like in 2019, I think, earlier on. I watched the 88 Blu-ray. But yeah, I thought I'd upgrade it. Looks like a nice addition. They did do a Blu-ray release, Arrow, in the US of this, and it's the same artwork as that, but this is obviously the 4K. But I've never had this artwork before, and I think it looks great. The 88 Films one had the like original theatrical poster on. You know what I'm like, I really love these newly commissioned artworks. I think it makes a release worth buying as well. If you like the film enough to pick it up and then they stick a new piece of artwork on it, it just elevates the new release, in my opinion. Because you can have the original theatrical poster on the other side of the inner sleeve. So you get the boast, you get the boast, You get the best of both worlds then. If I can get in here, let me just see if I can find my little tool, because this is taking too long. We'll be here all day as I get in here. If I can actually just slip in. Right, let's get this unsealed. I assume it'll be one disc. Arrow's 4Ks normally are, unless, say, it's a, you know, there's a reason for there being an extra disc for, say, a huge abundance of special features and whatnot. It looks like there's loads of special features on this. It's a brand new 4K restoration by Arrow Films from the original camera negative. Ultra HD presentations in Dolby Vision, HDR10 compatible, and 3 versions via seamless branching. And then you've got your special features. There's the back, nice big block of special features. Disc will be region free with it being a 4K. It is a US release, mind you. Arrow didn't put this one. Obviously, someone else is probably releasing the 4K over here, maybe 88 films. Or maybe Arrow will do this edition eventually. They rarely do that, though. Normally, the reason Arrow don't release something as a dual with, like, the US and Canada, like, is because someone else over here has a license for it. Because normally we get them at the same time. You know, if they're going to dual release something, you'll get it in the US, you'll get it over here from Arrow. But because they didn't with this one, which was out last month, I assume someone else has got it. There's the artwork underneath. Very lovely. Got your slipcover. Love the artwork. Like, can't wait to watch the film again as well. It's been a while. You get a nice booklet. You got your you got your disc. Yeah, pretty good film from what I can remember. I know I liked it, I just can't really remember it, to be fair. Here's an advertisement for something from Arrow. Not sure what that one is. Arrow advertisement in Alice Sweet Alice. I'll show you guys the booklet quickly. Oh yeah, the killer dresses like that, they come equipped with that mask, so quite freaky looking. Just a little booklet, nice little accompanying booklet for the 4K limited edition release. Yeah, looking forward to this one again. Yeah, Alice Sweet Alice. It's a good one from what I can remember. I just can't remember that much about it. My mind's drawing blanks, but yeah. Glad I upgraded it. I've been on the fence with this one for a bit. I wasn't actually going to upgrade Alice Sweet Alice. I was going to stick with my 88, but something compelled me. I thought, you know what, I will grab it, because I'd like it. You know, I'd like to revisit it, and I'd like to revisit it in 4K. So, there you have it. Alice Sweet Alice. Okay, so 2 more to go. I picked up a couple of Vinegar Syndromes, as I said at the beginning, told you about that. Got them during the Valentine's Day sale. Put that rubbish down there. So one I did pick up was fairly recent release, and that's Blood Tracks. And I'm going to give you a little bit of my thoughts on it as well. I did pop this one in the other night. I thought it was very cheesy, very 80s cheese. Very campy, very fun. Basically, a rock band go to film a video out in the, out in a snowy setting, a snowy location, up in the mountains. There's avalanches occurring and everything. There's even a part where these guys are having sex. This couple, not guys as in guys, but a man and a woman, having sex in the car, and they get snowed in due to an avalanche, and they've got to be dug out. There's a weird sort of mutant, like, killer family who dwell in this building near to the lodge where the crew is staying, and the band, they're killing people one by one, knocking them off quietly, and yeah, it's a pretty standard fare, what you'd expect really, just group of family members killing people, and you got there's parts where they're making the music video, and yeah, I thought it was fun. It's very cheesy, very, like, quite low budget, but it's well made. I thought it was a decent one. I flipped the artwork and put the alternative on there. There's a little look at the back. This one's actually region free, so if you do want to pick this up directly from Vinegar Syndrome, it's region free. That's what I did. It'll play on any player over here. And yeah, Blood Tracks, fun, cheesy 80s slasher, pretty much. It's good stuff. I liked it. Yeah, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 stars. Another one I picked up, haven't got round to it yet. Just been released in the UK as well. This is the Vinegar Syndrome edition of the Street Trash 2024. It's a remake of the previous film. I think it's from the 80s. I've got it here, actually. Let me pull it out and we'll have a little look. This has also just been released in the UK. Not this edition, but it's got the same artwork. There's an Amaray case with 2 films in, actually. You get the new 2024 Street Trash remake, and you get the original, and that's a UK release, so look out for that if you're after it, because that's only about £20. I paid about 22 for this. I didn't need the first film. If you want the first film as well, like I said, there's a double pack out now with this one in and this one. But I've got this old 88 Films release, and the film is from 1987. So it's a really gooey, like trashy special effects filled movie. I need to revisit this one as well, but I thought I'd grab the new one. It's a beautiful box, Vinegar Syndrome release. There's a look at the back. Melt the rich, melt them and we'll eat them. And then underneath you get this lovely slip cover. And there. I assume it's, well, the tagline's melt the rich, so I assume it's people melting rich people or something. So look at that, really cool. Region 3, like I said. In the year 2050, so it's set in 2050, global economic turmoil has destroyed the middle class in Cape Town, South Africa. So it's set in South Africa, cool. Which is now divided between the ultra-rich and the extremely poor, whose squalid existences are relegated to filthy encampments. Besieged by ongoing turf wars, newcomer Alex, who's on the run from local crime boss Rat King, is rescued by long-time street dweller Ronald and given refuge at his compound, inhabited by a raging group of colourful characters. However, her sense of security is short-lived, as soon after her arrival, various members of the community begin to vanish. Determined to find out what's going on, Ronald, Alex and their friends discover that evil Mayor Mostrut is eliminating all homeless people using an experimental chemical known only as Viper, a substance that melts through flesh and turns human bone into puddles of goo. So sounds very similar to the first film from what I can remember of that. Should be a lot of fun. That's the disc art. Very nice. The alternative cover is that on the sleeve, so I've just swapped it out. Yeah, I would have got the UK edition for £19.99 with the first film included on Blu-ray, but because I had it, I've got the 88. I thought, well, I'll pay a couple of quid more and have the nice Vinegar Syndrome slipcover box set, but I'm sure the release over here is serviceable and good enough. I just thought I'd go for the VS one because it was on offer, and obviously it's just slip covers on slip covers. You pop that back in your slip box. No booklet with this one though, which is a bit of a shame, but it was a very good price. There's Street Trash there, my two Vinegar Syndrome pickups, Street Trash and Blood Tracks. So with Street Trash, I will actually do a review on this and talk about it when I've watched it later today. I'll cover it in next week's, oh, what's it bloody called again? I forgot what my own show's called. Damn, what? Trash Movie Matinee. I was thinking Slashy Trashy because that's what I used to do. But yeah, Trash Movie Matinee next week. I'll talk about Street Trash and some other trash cinema. So there's my pickups. Let's pop that back. I think I've shown 6 in this one, didn't I? Got Street Trash, Blood Tracks, upgraded Alice Sweet Alice to 4K, The Addiction, which I think is going to be probably a really good, like, you know, solid vampire film. I can't wait to see that one. Just to Kill, Upgrade, and Silent Hill. Made a rot in there. So there's the stack. Latest pickups. I'll do some more of these some point. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me as I show you my physical media and waffle on, of course. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Do look out for Trash Movie Matinee, which I did forget what it was called. It's just because I do these off the top of my head, so it's like you know, you've basically just got to be quite spontaneous, and I just forget things sometimes. If I actually prepared my videos properly, they would be a little bit more insightful and probably polished a bit better, but I just do it off the top of my head because it's more fun. I'll do the new Street Trash. I'll review it and talk about it in Trash Movie Matinee next week. There will be some other surprises in that show, so don't miss it, because I know I don't get as many views on those types of videos, but don't just think, oh, it's just, you know, it's just going to be me, like, just going on. Well, it is, but you know, there might be some surprises in there, so it's worth watching. Thanks anyway, guys. Have a great weekend. Yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.